So I'm just kind of, imagining here. Let's say I was down here on this moon and I was like scouting for a spot to build like a small little personal outpost. Now I know that we don't have outposts or base building in Star Citizen right now, but I guess there has been speculation that maybe at some point way in the future that has been a concept that they have thought about. And I mean, how cool would that be? I mean, if you could just come down to, say select and survey an area of land that would have to be suitable depending on what type of a building you're putting down, or you could come down, excuse me, and find like a abandoned outpost or decrepit outpost and repair it, add on to it to make that into a workable outpost for yourself as well. But how would the logistics work for this? I mean, if you were thinking about it, really, I mean, obviously you're going to have certain materials to make other materials to build the base with. I don't think this would be a situation where you just have something in inventory necessarily and click a button and then it magically just appears, right? I mean, maybe along some lines that might be how it would work, but I'm talking about, okay, obviously you're going to have to get out there, you're going to have to gather the materials. We already have ships, obviously, that can mine materials, you can hand mine materials. We now have salvaging ships that can do salvaging. Salvage materials can be broken down into other materials. But I don't think this would be a case like, okay, you take this ore, go to a refinery, and then go ahead and just process the ore that way. I think this would be more of a situation where, and yes, there are some ships that I'm sure could be suited to do this type of a job if you're actually going to process those raw materials and make, say, the materials you need to put like, the panel type of walls or floors down, right? And what type of materials, how big would those materials be? Wow, look at that. That's really acting janky there. I must not be on very good level ground or something here. Actually, it shouldn't be an issue. But that's kind of what I'm pondering here. Would you have a big ship up in orbit that was manufacturing and processing those said materials, and then have a shuttle ship that would bring down prepared panels, say to put your floor together for an outpost, put your walls up, your ceiling, the different equipment, your ventilation equipment, heating type of stuff, all that type of stuff. I mean, there are ships in game right now that can carry that stuff in theory. But if you ask me, I think it would be easier to be able to make some kind of a miniature, well, maybe not miniature, but kind of a remote area right down on the surface that would be a part of your outpost. Where at that point you would have maybe, okay, that raises a whole nother question though. Okay, well, how do you get this outpost down there? You're going to have the supplies. Man, this is acting really glitchy. You're going to have the supplies to build that like type of refinery area down on the surface. Well, I suppose that could be done. There are ships that could carry that. It might take you a few trips to do it, which would add to the realism of the game. You bring it down, say you have set amount of supplies, resources, and it takes so many resources, say, to make an actual base for your unit that you're building, and it would take so long, say like maybe 24 real life hours to complete. Okay, so like you do it, it's on a timer, you log back into the game, your whole base structure, your base floor is complete. I could see that, kind of working there because I don't think it's going to be something that you're going to see happen in real life time. I mean, like while you're actually sitting in the game, unless they somehow come up with a way to send you know NPCs out here to do the work for you and get it figured out. Come on, close. Well, acting janky today. But yeah, it's just kind of pondering some thoughts here. I just think it'd be really cool to have some type of an outpost base building option. Okay, that just looks really strange. I don't know what's going on here. This is only my second time in 3.19, and it looks like my ship is like just doing its own thing. But yeah, I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments what you kind of ideas you have, or what you would imagine the capability of outpost building would be like. Oh, okay, that was strange. Yeah, this would be a nice little flat area of land to build on. Of course, anyone could come. I guess you'd have to figure out, a defense system. If I stop moving at some point. Wow. Okay. Turn the engines off. Okay. Anyways, guys, yeah, just some, I don't know, just doing some kind of thinking here. I just think it'd be cool to have something like that in the game at some point. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, let me know in the comments your ideas if you guys have thought about it, or how you think it would be done. If they implement it into the game. So, other than that, here I'm gonna try to kind of figure out what's going on with the glitchy Star Citizen 3.19.1, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Keep safe. Peace.